had it all going on. So let's look at the other side in an extremely disappointing night for the Browns fan. Guys, you know who has to answer a lot of questions right now? Head coach Freddie Kitchens after the blowout. Come on, Fred.
I think San Francisco beat us every facet of the game. They did a great job. They coached better than us. They played better than us in all areas. I'm always concerned about protecting our quarterback. I'm always concerned about it. It starts with protection. It starts with me doing a better job of protecting him. I'll chalk that up to, we had too much stuff, too many plays. I've got to go back and evaluate it and see where we're number-wise. We just got to do a better job coaching it and do a better job executing it. Do a better job lining up, and doing a better job of our assignments. And I've got to make sure that we're not asking these guys to do too much.
That was not a fun watching him up there last night. We'll get to the AFC North. We'll get to the NFC West. What do you make of Freddie Kitchens there, Shreg?
That looks like a defeated man right there, and they need to rally because this season, it doesn't go away. Seattle's next. They've got to get going here. And I'll tell you what, there were a lot of heads scratched when they accumulated all this talent because you have Odell and you have Jarvis Landry, who from all accounts have been on their best behavior. You got Baker Mayfield. You have all these personalities. And Freddie Kitchens is not a seasoned, experienced coach in this league. He was a coaching staff member of Bruce Arians' staff for years, but he's never been that guy. And I look at that locker room, I don't know who is. So you get your butts whipped last night. Everyone's taking joy in beating up Baker. The flag's being done. Who's the veteran guy? Is it Olivier Vernon? He's never won anywhere. Is it? I don't even have the name. Jarvis Landry.
Odell tried to be on the sideline yesterday.
Okay.
He tried. I'm just saying the name.
These aren't guys who have Super Bowl rings and who have been through. So now is the test. I knew that things were going to hit askew at some point. You can't beat the Rams every week, and they didn't beat the Rams every week. You can't beat the Ravens every week. They did beat the Ravens every week. At some point, there needs to be that veteran leadership in the team side of it, but also the coach needs to be the guy to grab you by the collar and say, okay, let's go, guys. I don't know if that's the guy.
You said that there was a little bit of head scratching when they accumulated all this talent, and there was. There was also some head scratching when they hired Freddie Kitchens. Just like you said, Shrey, he was a position coach, and then he gets upgraded when they have all the firings last year, and then all of a sudden, with all these coaches that were available, they hire from within, and we hear that Baker Mayfield stood on the table and said, we love Freddie, he's going to be our guy. But we oftentimes talk about rookie woes when it comes to players.
Right.
There's also rookie woes when it comes to rookie head coaches. And yes, Shakes, he does look dejected. And I don't know if he flips the switch and he goes into his locker room and he has a bigger, badder, brighter personality. He's more vibrant, kind of showing that he's not defeated. I do feel like this is going to be the Freddie Kitchens year. Baker Mayfield is struggling. He is in his sophomore slump right now, as we like to say. The talented, skilled players, they're not going to get fed on a game-to-game basis. They tried to get Odell going early. They got Jarvis going last week. Nick Chubb went off last week. But this isn't going to be a team where they're going to throw the ball 40 times and every player is going to have big stats. Freddie Kitchens, this is your life, and this is your team. The success and failure of the Cleveland Browns will ride on the shoulders of Freddie, and that is it. Beginning and end.
You can't get embarrassed on national television. That said, let's talk about what it is. AFC North might be the weakest division in football right now. They are a game out of first place in the AFC North, and they already have a head-to-head win over the Ravens. Have the Ravens looked super strong and consistent and dominant the past 3 weeks? They have not.
You're right. All the Browns' goals are in front of them. Now, that was an unholy butt kicking that they just took. Niners, Browns made Jets, Eagles look like Ward Gotti. I mean, that was really, really bad. But I've taken 2 vows in my life. In 2010 to Brooke Brandt, it's going great. And in 2019 to Baker Mayfield, it's tough. I said no matter what happens, there are going to be days like this. I will stick with them. Just like any other vow, though. You get a little wandering eye. I kind of like that Gardner Minshew guy. I like Daniel Jones. He's kind of giving me the eyes. Nope. I'm going to stay with Baker. Okay? The Bengals are terrible.
Yes.
Steelers got all kinds of problems. They beat the Ravens. They may take this thing down and go to the playoffs. A home playoff game, guys, at 8-8. All right? The schedule's not pretty. The team looks terrible. I'm not jumping ship. I still believe in the talent. I think maybe the Niners were really, really that good, too. They just beat the crap out of the Ravens a couple weeks ago, all right? It was a quality win on the road. There's a lot going here. You want to know what concerns me more than anything?
What?
Never mind the flag waving, handshake stuff. Where is Odell? We are not in week 1 or week 2. We are now week 5, week 6. 2 catches this game. 2 catches the last game. And let's not pretend that Odell cannot be a little mercurial and get a little emotional sometimes. Yeah. One thing when they have 2 catches and a win against the Ravens, is that inevitable at this point if this continues? Because we haven't even gotten their point. That concerns me, the where is Odell and how is he reacting to me asking where is he question.
Maybe they got their butts beat by a really good team, a team that a lot of people aren't willing to put in their top 5 like you did, Peter Schrager, as far as power rankings. They have a matchup with the Rams this week. I think at that point, everybody has to consider, if they get that win, everybody has to consider them an NFC top contender. Where do you put the San Francisco Niners, guys, in the NFC West even? Are they the best team in that division?
I say yes. I say yes. They're undefeated, and they've beaten every team that has come to play them, whether they go on the road or they do it there. And last night was not some, we're just hyped up because we're playing Baker Mayfield. That's the team that they envisioned. Great defensive line, great offensive line, strong running game, and a brilliant play caller in Kyle Shanahan who can really exploit and take advantage of you. They play the Rams. Let me tell you something. Kyle Shanahan's been a coach as long as Sean McVay has in this league. He's been watching Sean McVay, who is basically his little brother on that Redskins staff, be crowned the king and the offensive guru and all these things for all these years. This might be the year Kyle Shanahan gets the last laugh. And this game, Rams-Niners, I haven't been this excited for an NFC West matchup.
Talk about it.
In years. I think this is going to be a battle that brings up those old 49ers-Seahawks games where those two teams used to go about it when it was Pete's Seahawks and obviously Harbaugh's 49ers.
Yeah, but you guys remember how we felt last Friday morning after we watched that Seahawks game and we watched Russ. We're all glowing. Like, he looks like the MVP. He's the best player. I think Seattle has something for San Francisco, too. Now, here's what the Niners have going for them. Like, they are built to beat Russ. Like, you want the pass rushers, the linebackers, the front 7. I don't care who your DBs are. Like, you got to hit him. You got to corral him. I still think he's the best player. I still think Seahawks have the best coach. I think they have the best home field advantage. I will roll with Seattle. I think the bloom is off the rose for the Rams. They got a lot to prove. Seattle is still on the way up. It's Niners, Seahawks for me.
They haven't beat a winning team. If they beat the Rams, I think you do have to consider them a Super Bowl contender just because they
5-0, sure,
undefeated, and they have what it takes to beat the Chiefs too.
Yeah, I'm not going to predict the Super Bowl, but staying within this division, it's okay to say that Russell Wilson is the best quarterback, but he doesn't have the best team. It's okay to say that the San Francisco 49ers are the best team in the NFC West because they are more talented when it comes to the running game, even though Seattle's pretty good.
That's all going to be real cute until Bobby Wagner says enough of this crap. I mean, I don't see Bobby Wagner on the Browns last night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, listen.
They got a good team, too.
You know how I feel about Russell Wilson. He's the MVP right now so far this season. But that offense is real cute until Bosa is chasing them down from the backside. And those linebackers are flying around. And those DBs are getting
Okay, Nate.
Listen, Baker Mayfield had 8 completions.
That's tough.
The Seattle defenders had 7 PBUs. They had almost as many pass breakups as he had completions. So this defense
San Fran
defenders, I'm sorry. So with this defense, the way that they can rattle quarterbacks and pocket them in, I feel like they have a chance to beat anybody in this league.
You trust Garoppolo? You trust Jimmy Garoppolo in a huge game against Russell Wilson?
No. Straight up and down, no.
Why not? He's 12-2.
Just doesn't die.
Every time they play primetime, he wins.
It's a fat record, Peter. It feels like a Hall of Fame candidate who's an aggregator. Not a lot of quality wins. I don't want to trash Garoppolo. He just won last night. Yeah. It's a fat record. It's got a lot of fat on it.
There's a difference between prime time and Super Bowl.
People didn't trust Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson won a Super Bowl. People were like, well, he won it because Legion of Boom. Like,
right, and this run game. And
what else could Garoppolo do? He wins games. They won 31-3 last night, and our reaction
He has to beat a winning team.
He hasn't played a winning team.
That's what I'm saying. So let's wait until he takes out the Rams, and then we can have this discussion as
There's so much wait and see. We're saying it about Garoppolo. Yesterday we were saying, well, the Niners haven't beaten anybody, and they just destroy the Browns. So, Peter, you can concede that Garoppolo's record has some fat on it, right?
12-2
not a lot of RPI.
12-2 is a liar?
Maybe a little bit deceitful. I don't know if it's a liar. Double truth. I want to see him beat one of the big boys.
He hasn't had that game yet, and I think the Rams game where you got Aaron Donald breathing down your neck, first place on the line, that will be the moment. And if Jimmy Garoppolo is the guy that the 49ers think he is, they'll be ready for it.
And we can crown them as NFC.
Maybe.
West contenders for now.
We always love the team that played last night.
I don't care about the Seahawks. Like, if they beat the Rams, then they are one of the best teams in the NFC.
Sure.
They're the only undefeated team in the NFC.
He's debating it. I like it.
NFL. Forget the NFC, the NFL.
Talk about it.
Congrats to the Niners. Will Selva's back there cheering in Culver City. More just ahead with Kyle Allen. He's a friend of the show. He's with